Hey y'all, it's Casey. Today I'm working with 2-part Bond Crafter Epoxy Resin. I'm going to be making a soap dish for my kitchen. I'm going to be using oyster shell and some mica flakes. These I've shredded up and I've mixed in some of the translucent silver mica flakes and the fine. Okay, first I'm going to pour my epoxy into my mica flakes and make it kind of like a paste. I don't want too much resin. I want to keep it very thick. And then I'm just going to take and pour this mixture off into my mold. Okay, once I get this all spread out, I'm going to make sure I get it down in every side. This way, every part of it, you're going to see the mica flakes. And I'm going to try to keep it off of the bottom. The bottom is where I want to put the oyster shells. Okay, so the sides are going to be the mica and the bottom half is going to be oyster shell. I thought this would be a really pretty combination. So I'm mixing in the oyster shell in the same way. Not a lot of resin and more of the oyster shell than the resin. And I'm going to keep mixing it and spreading it just like this. And I'm going to do it in 3 parts. One is with no color. And it's just the oyster shell by itself. The second, I'm going to add a couple drops of this hickory. It's for resin, it's like an alcohol ink. That's what I compare it to, or any type of ink. If you want to buy like the Dr. Phil Martin's inks, those are really good. I don't think you can get these anymore, but I've mixed in just a couple drops of the alcohol ink in with the oyster shell, and I've spread it out. Now I'm going to move on. I've got a lot of resin left over, and I'm going to make me some light fixtures for my kitchen to go with my soap dish. My kitchen is like a blue-gray color, and I thought that this hickory green with the oyster shell would look really pretty, and it really does. It looks great at the end. I absolutely love these light fixtures and how they came out. Now, where I'm mixing them separately and putting in a drop here and there, some are darker than others, some are lighter than others. It was really hard to get that same color again. But I'm just going to mix these and spread these out. They're real simple to do. You want to make sure that your holes for your light fixtures aren't covered. So you got to really pay attention to those little dabs up above the holes. You want to make sure that you don't have a rock or anything covering that, because that's going to be really hard to drill out if there's an oyster shell there. The shells are really hard to drill through, so we really don't want to cover those up. You want to make sure that you've got those uncovered, but you want to keep shell around it so that it looks nice. Okay, it's time to demold these guys. I've got 1 mica flake on the bottom of this guy. 1. But look how it turned out. I absolutely love it. It looks great in my kitchen. I've got it sitting right by my kitchen sink. And these are on my wall now. These look really fabulous too. I love the way they look. They look so high-end, so beautiful. I love making stuff like this, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed making these with me. And if you ever get a chance, buy you some of that oyster shell. I'll link it down for you guys below. That oyster shell looks gorgeous in resin. It really does. It's one of my favorite things to mix in resin at this moment. So, y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.